Coach, good morning.
DA, man, how you doing? Merry Christmas. How about your alma mater last night with that road win in Columbus, Ohio?
That's a big win. You know, Syracuse had taken a couple of L's early in the season, but, boy, to go on the road, ranked team, true road game, that was a big one for them, huh?
Big win for our league. Big win for our league, but yeah, we're doing good out here. We are younger than maybe I've ever been in my time out here. We've been able to keep juniors and seniors in the rotation, but we're playing some new faces, and it's fun, and we're getting better, and it's an adventure. But I'm enjoying it. We head to New York. We head to New York for the Jimmy V in Oklahoma on Tuesday, so a heck of a test Tuesday night in the Garden.
When you coach younger players now, I wanted to ask you about having fresh faces of the team. When you coach younger players now versus when you were starting to do this or getting to Notre Dame in late 90s, early 2000s, do you have to coach freshmen and sophomores differently now?
You know, I really don't think so. I really don't. I mean, kids want to be coached. This level of kid wants to be good. They want it so bad. As a matter of fact, what I have found, they want it so bad that you got to kind of get them to enjoy the journey a little bit and not dwell on mistakes and not be so uptight. And you know, that is what I've found with young people. I mean, they work on their game in the off season. They're watching tape on the internet at night. They're getting feedback from family and everybody. It's a matter of, can we get them to kind of enjoy the journey and understand it is a journey and it's a process.
You know, in your book, one of your former players, Bonzie Colson, said one of the big things that Coach does is he gives us confidence in ourselves. How different is that, or how different is that when you talk to a senior versus a freshman? The youth and the age, how does instilling confidence change?
Yeah, no, I think with the youth, it has to be something daily. You know, you really have to, think about being a confidence giver daily. And it's something I think in the last 10 years that I think we've tried to evolve to philosophically here as we teach, finding positive, getting guys to believe. But I think with the young guys, it's got to be daily. Your older guys maybe don't need it so much, but what I have found and what's helped me with this team, my old guys, Rex Pfluger and TJ Gibbs, have been good confidence givers as captains and leaders to my young guys. That's an important dynamic with a bunch of young guys. Can your older leaders help make them feel more comfortable? And our guys have done that. I've been really proud of their leadership.
Mike Brey joins us. He's got a new book out, Keeping It Loose, Patience, Passion, My Life in Basketball. Head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, of course, joining us on the show. So it's interesting. You don't think kids have changed much. Have parents, when you go into households to recruit, changed much over the 20 years?
I do think they have, and I think they're just really, really involved. They are very much invested, more so invested in the development and the outcome and the dreams. And sometimes I'm not saying that's a negative all the time. I think many times that's a positive, but they are very much invested in the process. They have been driving this young man to games. They've paid for a personal trainer or strength training. They are really invested in the journey with them. So they're a big, big part, how you manage them and what kind of communication is coming, back to the young man. I mean, I'm always trying to be plugged into that and have my assistants plugged into our parents. So we're kind of knowing what kind of messages are flowing all the time as we're on this 5-month journey that's a season.
I think about the longevity that you've been in South Bend, which is amazing as we know how volatile the coaching profession is. I was watching a documentary on Bill Cowher, and he said when he was hired as head coach of the Steelers, he said, if I can make 3 years here with Pittsburgh, I can go back to my high school reunion and say, I'm head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. When you began in South Bend in 2000, could you have ever envisioned 18 years later?
Never. DA, when you get a job like this, I was 40. I came from the University of Delaware in 2000. My biggest thing was, can I just not get fired?
Yeah.
Can I just maybe get one extension? Can I be good enough to get one extension. You know, you live like that, and we were able to get it going, as you mentioned early, in the Big East a little bit, and we've been pretty good in the ACC as well. And then to be here 19 years and kind of have your name on the program and a culture that you've developed, you know, we've been proud of that. It's been neat, but never in my wildest dreams do you think you can last that long at one place in this profession these days?
You guys are 6-1 with a young club, as you mentioned. Do you steel yourself to prepare yourself for ups and downs that come with a young program, or you just kind of ride this momentum as you got it?
No, I think you know, I'm very prepared for the punches that are going to be thrown at us and how we recover. You know, I think it's going to be a little bit weeks where we go 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and there's going to be weeks where we go 1 step forward and 2 steps back. We've had a couple of those already, and so I think the biggest thing I've tried to remind myself and the staff, starting in the summer with our foreign tour, is patience. And really teach. Let's be ready to teach every day.
And last win out was against Illinois, 76-74, in that ACC Big Ten Challenge we were kind of referencing earlier. The ACC has a lot of attention on it this year, a lot of good stars, and Duke has a bunch of them. And everybody's talking about Zion Williamson. When you scout him, when you look at him, you guys will have to play him. What's your thoughts?
You know, it's an unbelievable machine they got going right down there. Can you somehow keep him out of the lane and make him shoot jump shots? But that is certainly much easier said than done, because the physicality for a young player, I've never seen the physicality of getting to the rim in the lane no matter what out of a young man. He's truly a freak of nature, and obviously a great kid too, great attitude. But can you just limit drives to the rim and make him shoot some jump shots? I think that's got to be your hope when you deal with them.
You guys will play them January the 28th, and there's already such attention on him. I love watching him, and obviously his highlights are amazing. I cringe, though, when people start comparing him to LeBron and other really epic icons. How dangerous is it to get ahead of ourselves like that?
Yeah, very, very. I mean, that's dangerous to stay away from that. I think he is unique. He's great for the college game. He has handled all the attention and everything that's come with it with amazing grace, which is very LeBron-like at that age. LeBron was that, but don't start doing that to the young man. Just let him play. That's dangerous.
Mike Brey has a new book out, Patience, Passion, My Life in Basketball. It's called Keeping It Loose, and it goes really from your roots in college hoops and hoops in general, rather, and then right through where you are right now. What was your favorite part about kind of piecing the pieces of your life together for this? You know,
it was a fun project. John Heisler, who's such a pro out here in our media relations, has done some books with Notre Dame coaches, and we talked about it the last couple of years, and he said, Mike, you should really record, the stuff not only here. And so we took a year and did it. It was neat. It was neat thinking back to my high school experiences as a teacher and coach at DeMatha High School with Morgan Wooten, which really set me up for anything that's happened to me in this game. Being around DeMatha High School, being a classroom teacher, a JV coach, and working with Morgan Wooten on a daily basis when I was 23 to 28 really gave me the confidence and knowledge to try and figure this out.
And Morgan Wooten might not be a household name, but in basketball circles, he is an icon. He is a legend. He is one of those names that just resonate in every basketball gym across America.
One of the great educators and teachers. I was so fortunate to be, my parents were educators. It was the family business, so to speak. My brother and sister both in education. Morgan Wooten was around him. And then certainly I had 8 years with Mike Krzyzewski in Durham. And so to be around mentors like that, it just really, really helped me as far as handling young people on a daily basis. I'm just so blessed.
Head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're 6-1 this season. Is Mike Brey. The book is Keeping It Loose, Patience, Passion, and My Life in Basketball. Check it out. Forward by Jay Billis as well, which is very heartfelt and very cool. Coach, it is good to catch up, my man. Thank you so much. Good luck this season. Hopefully we can catch up again.
We'll catch up, D.A. Great to be with you. Merry Christmas.